Y así iniciamos un programa más de Despejando. Idea y conducción, Ryan Hernández por esta su radio por internet, Magiclatinosvegas.org, la otra cara de Sin City, desde Las Vegas, Nevada, para el mundo. Buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes.
Bienvenidos a Despejando. Aquí estamos con el Dr. May. Hi everybody, welcome to Despejando. We're here live with Dr. May, and we're going to be going in shortly to ask him all kinds of different questions that I have over here for him. But we want to thank you in advance though for being here with us. I really appreciate it.
It's my great pleasure.
And we're excited. I'm super excited.
It's my honor to be here.
And yeah, we'll go into details about that. Mónica,
ya nos está viendo desde Argentina Guillermo Héctor Méndez.
Hola Guillermo, gracias por estar aquí. Este segmento es presentado por José Aguilar. Aquí tengo una de sus canciones que quería poner. Se llama. Oh my God, está en el grupo. Por ahí está en el grupo, you guys. Se llama I get lost sometimes a little bit, you guys, so I'm sorry, you guys. Estoy un poquito nervioso y perdido, pero sí es una nueva canción de José Aguilar, y pues ahí está en el evento, you guys, está en el evento de Despejando. Para ustedes que quieran mirarlo, se llama Dolor, actually, la canción. Aquí lo tengo anotado. Feliz cumpleaños, happy birthdays to Fatima, Vanessa, American Fort Color Guard, Ryan, Jeffrey, and to a friend of mine that just recently passed away, Kiro. Happy birthday in heaven, buddy. Feliz cumpleaños a todos los que mencioné, hasta mi amigo Kiro, aunque falleció hace poco, pero pues allá en el cielo ojalá también
igual también cumple. Nos está viendo el doctor Casper Sesto.
Oh, hi Casper, Dr. Casper Sesto.
Hi Ryan Hernández, Dr. S is watching.
Thanks for being here. So community events. Fremont Street Experience is having a concert tonight with DJ Steve Oki. Were you aware that they made a $32 million renovation?
Yes, it's beautiful.
You've seen it already?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, you already beat me to it. I was going to rush over there today. Wait, am I okay to go to concerts now?
Yeah, you have to.
Oh,
you have
okay,
to do everything that makes you feel happy.
Because my margaritas have been screaming at me next to the refrigerator. Every time I go
do
something.
It doesn't have an impact on your eyes.
Okay, good. I remember when I had the surgery though, you guys told me to lay off alcohol, but they didn't tell me until when though. So I was like, oh my goodness.
Que le voy a decir a Guillermo Héctor Méndez desde Argentina que se está escuchando con un ruidito. Le dije, Guillermo, tenemos que tener el aire acondicionado prendido. Mil disculpas.
I'm so sorry, Guillermo. Se oye the AC, you hear it just a little bit, but we'll make sure that we talk a little bit louder. Y luego hoy esta noche también va a haber Pride Bingo en el Hamburger Mary's. The movie Men in Black sale hoy también. Summer of Love, it's an event going on the 23rd at 1 p.m. And that is with Edie, the conductor of the presenter of Humanity at New York. So they're doing a fundraiser there. So make sure you guys support. And let's see. One of the things that we do here at Despejando, we have a group on Facebook called Despejando LV group. And so in that group, when people promote through our group, we like to recognize them here on the show. Fab Magazine, thank you guys so much for your support. Salgado Painting, Alejandro Sa, Des Catering, Brunch in Mexico City. So thank you guys again for your post on our group. Se los agradecemos al nuevo restaurante de Brunch en Mexico City, que siempre están poniendo ahí sus advertisements. y todos los demás, Fab Magazine, que estuvo aquí, Johnny, el dueño de la compañía, estuvo aquí hace poco. So today's show is dedicated to Dr. May and to Monica, to our followers, to our God, and everybody else, you guys, because it's been 4 years, han sido 4 años that I've lived with, almost complete blindness, and it hasn't been easy. I've never complained about it, nunca me puse a quejar, pero no ha sido algo fácil. So cuando conocí aquí al Dr. May, hace como un par de semanas, yo fui a su oficina, y me hicieron un montón de exámenes, ¿verdad? Sus empleados, ¿verdad? Y yo había ido a otros doctores también antes, y siempre era no, está muy risky, el ojo está muy weak, blah, blah, blah. And everything was always a no. So cuando viene el doctor, se sienta en su silla con su asistente, and he's like, yeah, there's a probability, and he just gave me that assurance, ¿verdad? Me dio la aseguranza con su, and then you have a thing about you, doctor. You have like a very compassionate, like the way you look at people, and Sure. And so you have like a way about you, and then you're very funny too.
Thank you. I think I'm very funny. But
exactly.
Many times I'm the only one who knows.
Okay, it happens with me too. So we're on that same boat. But what happened is that I don't know if you remember. I made a comment something about you're good at what you do, or maybe it sounded like I was questioning you or something. And you're like, yeah, my mom thinks I'm the best. So and that's what I was like. That's when you won me over. I was like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna go for the surgery. Why not? Good. Él parece que está haciendo, sabe lo que hace, obviamente. Me reaseguró que su mamá le dijo que sí, él es el mejor. Y con su forma de ser.
Y teniendo a la madre a favor, nadie te puede
exacto, exacto. So dije, okay, pues, why not? You know what I mean? Like,
entonces ella fue correcto en ese caso.
Ajá, dije, ¿qué hay de perder? Like, no tenía nada de perder, ya estaba.
Y mucho que ganar.
So dije, okay, pues ya hay que hacer lo que hay que hacer. They scheduled me for the surgery on June 6th. I went in, Mónica y todos los Reiki professors estaban orando por mí, y un montón de amigos y amigas.
Somos reikistas, hacemos Reiki y éramos como 200 pidiendo por él en el momento en que usted lo estaba operando.
Well, queremos la ayuda, quiero más. I want all the help I can get. Yo quiero más ayuda si es posible.
Yeah. And that was one of the questions that I was going to ask you. It's further down the road, so I usually make my little flashcards. How do you prepare for a surgery?
Well, there are many preparations that happen behind the scenes. Mm-hmm. There are people in the surgery center that plan the event. They gather all the instruments. We get the special lens that has very, very good focusing ability. Mm-hmm. And I examine the records very carefully, and we think about you individually and make plans.
Okay. One of the things that I love too is that the fact that you told me that you were working with Dr. Kermani, my retina specialist.
Yes.
And
an excellent doctor.
They both have a good relationship, my retina specialist and Dr. May. So that when you told me that, I was like, oh, thank you. Yes. Because I already knew that I was in good hands.
I've known Dr. Kermani for more than 30 years. We learned our ophthalmology together at the same place at Los Angeles County Hospital.
Oh, okay.
So I know exactly how he thinks. I know that he knows everything.
Yeah.
I know he does everything beautifully. I agree with him every time we discuss something.
Yeah, that's awesome. One of the things that I wanted to ask you was because...
Después anda traduciendo porque está gente de Argentina que está mirando.
Mi gente de Argentina. Ahorita les traslado, okay, you guys? One of the things that typical us, we don't know what what the eye is, how it's constructed, right? What are the most important parts in the eye from the back to the front, or
Sure.
from the front to the back?
Should I answer in Spanish or English?
English, and then I'll translate.
Okay.
Yeah.
The eye is like a camera, but it's like a video camera that's connected to a viewing screen. The viewing screen is the brain. There's a cable that connects the viewing screen to the camera. The camera is a camera with a lens system and film.
Okay.
The film on the camera is the retina, and the lens system is in the front of the camera. It consists of the cornea, the clear part in the front of the eye, and the lens, which is right behind the niño del ojo, and that's the cristal, the lente natural cristal.
Ahorita los describo. So, le pregunto al Dr. May que
Apagué porque después lo prendo, le hace caso.
Le pregunto del ojo, cómo está el ojo construido, ¿verdad? Porque hay diferentes partes del ojo. Y dice él que básicamente el ojo, if I'm wrong, you correct me, okay, please. Dice él que el ojo tiene varias partes, obviamente. Tiene la parte de atrás, que es como un sistema de recording que está acá atrás. La parte de enfrente, que es como la cámara de un lens, ¿verdad? De una cámara.
Lente.
Ajá, un lente de cámara. Y lo bueno que Dr. May también habla español, o sea,
sí,
se defiende en español, inglés, portugués, right? So
más pacientes,
exactly.
Más pacientes.
Yeah, so if you guys speak any of those languages, come on down. A lot of your staff speak Spanish too.
Yes.
I noticed that. I was like, oh my God, I love it.
Almost everyone.
Yeah, I noticed that. There was this one gentleman, not the first one, but the second one. He was so nice. Like, I was like, man, like, not just him though. I mean, everybody at all the locations.
The interesting thing is, I don't know who that is, because almost every man that we have that works for us is very nice.
Oh no,
many people,
and all the ladies too. I'm like,
yes,
I'm like, what do you guys do? Give them special water or something to be nice?
Well, we have an environment that's very, very nice. Dr. WELLISH at the WELLISH Vision Institute, where I work, has created a wonderful system.
Yeah.
3 different offices. We serve various parts of Las Vegas, and we can really, wherever you are, we can have an office that's not too far.
That's awesome. Because I've been to 2 different locations already, and the surgery center, which is where I'm going tomorrow, I think, to see you again, right? To follow up. But I've been to all the locations, including the surgery center, and everybody's so nice, Monica. Todos han sido unos sweethearts en las oficinas. Yo pensaba que le estaban dando algo en el agua para que todos fueran así bien nice. Because this is Vegas, Doctor. I mean, I'm used to, going places and like, next.
Well, medical care, it's very important for people to be nice.
Mm-hmm.
I had appendicitis once, years ago. And when they asked me as a doctor what I was allergic to, I said, yes, I do have allergies. I have 2 allergies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm allergic to pain, and I'm allergic to mean people. Don't give me any of those.
Oh.
But they did anyway.
So, hace tiempo él fue a un lugar donde le iban a hacer la apendicitis, y le preguntaron que si él tenía alguna alergia, y dijo, sí, tengo 2 alergias, una a la gente mala y otra al dolor.
No, dame
Tengo la misma alergia. Tengo la misma alergia.
Pero mire.
Pero lo trataron ahí más o menos, pero well, so off the air, Dr. May, I asked you if you believed in miracles, and
of course
basically the same questions coming up here. How do you prepare? But do you, because you have, I mean, yeah, there's technology and everything, but at the end of the day, everything's in your hands. Like, my vision is in your hands, You're the one who's operating and doing whatever you have to do. Do you have a special kind of zone that you do before it, or do you pray?
It's an interesting question.
Yeah.
I would say that the preparation has been for muchos años. I had the great honor of being in charge of the training program for eye doctors of cataract and cornea in Saudi Arabia. And when I was there teaching, I would show other doctors how to do surgery, but my surgery that I had to do were the people with the worst eyes, and usually people with only one eye. So for many years, yes, so many years I worked only on those people.
Oh, okay.
So it's been years of preparation, years and years.
That's why you're so darn good then.
Well,
honestly,
that's what I say to myself in the mirror every day.
Well, and you believe it, and that's the thing that matters the most. So le estamos hablando de cómo se prepara él, porque le dije que si él creía en milagros, y dice que obviamente pues sí es su religión, y le digo cómo se prepara él personalmente, porque al final del día son sus manos de él las que están controlando todo, ¿verdad? Y dice él que obviamente pues él trabajó en Saudi Arabia. Yo había mirado ahí en su VR que él había trabajado en el hospital del Prince
King Khalid Eye Specialist Hospital.
Yeah, King Khalid, el special hospital allá, y allá agarró mucha práctica, y él dice que allá hacía muchas cirugías de personas que tenían muy mala vista, o si no, a lo mejor a veces nomás un ojo, o cosas así muy así. Y pues lo que él tiene es la experiencia, y eso es lo que así es porque salen tan successful sus cirugías. Because in my particular case, I'm no longer even hardly seeing floaters. Like it's almost crystal. I mean, the minute I walked out of your operating table, I already seen crystal clear. The next few days it was like a few floaters, but now it's almost back to that crystal clear 100%. And you've done 2 follow-ups with me already since then, and I think you're just probably as shocked as me, right? Like, I don't know how No? Okay, well then it's just me then.
I expect good things.
Okay, good.
You never quite know when you deal with people with many problems, when the problems are very complicated, what will happen. But we know that if we focus the light as perfectly as we can on the retina, then we can expect very good things if the retina is healthy. And it's a tribute to Dr. Kermani. Such good care of your retina to allow you to have such good vision.
Because I've had 6 or 7 different laser surgeries on that eye alone.
And that's why that is a big success for him.
Yeah.
Because all I can do is focus the light very well. And he has to make it so that the film can receive the light well. And the fact that he has done such a great job is shown in your wonderful vision.
Yeah, because when I was, I had mentioned to you when I was about 15 or 16, when my mom took me to my regular eye doctor in California, he basically said, by the time you're 30, you're going to be completely blind, because I was already at that time blind from the right eye. So he said, you're going to be completely blind, so prepare yourself.
Where were you in California?
Fresno. Yeah. And so, for years, I cling on more to faith than anything, than people's words sometimes, And but sometimes you let, sometimes opinions kind of affect you a little bit on the back of the mind. So I had a few doctors that already had told me, your retina is it's too risky for me to do this surgery on you, and if I do it, there's only like a 60% chance. And so when you get those type of, comments from doctors that are coming at you, you're like, well, maybe it's just meant to be that I'm supposed to be blind,
It was very wonderful that you had Dr. Kermani working on you all these years.
Yeah.
Because decades ago, we were working together in East Los Angeles at the Los Angeles County Hospital on the most difficult situations. And we worked together knowing what could be expected. Yeah. And he did a wonderful job, and he knew that there was an excellent chance of improving your vision, and he was right.
And then he has carried on this 20-some years, he's carrying it on, and I gave up a little bit, seeing him for like 3 years, honestly, because my eye had like just gone really bad, and I know it may have been because of the cataracts in there, but whatever it was, it kind of had went like downhill, and I already had given up too, after I've seen a few doctors, and they kind of said, no, there's really no hope for you.
There's always hope. There's always hope.
Nos está viendo Daniel Francisco Estela desde Argentina. Luis
Hola,
Enrique Vegas, Carmen Jara, aquí nos está viendo Johnny Bacon que dice I can see without my glasses. Do they do LASIK surgery too?
Yes, they do LASIK surgery, right? At the
Yes.
WELLISH Vision Institute.
The WELLISH Vision Institute, we
Uh-huh.
have so much wonderful technology.
Yeah.
And Dr. Wellish has done wonderful LASIK for so many years. And that's just a small part of what we do.
Dr.
Nos está viendo
Wellish.
Luis Iván Sánchez Rocha,
Hi,
Welly
Luis.
Rosado, Silvia Espinosa, Manny Saldate,
mi prima.
Consuelo González Pérez,
wow.
Daniel Stewart.
Okay, if you guys have more questions, you guys go ahead and ask, okay? Si tienen más preguntas ahí, hagan las preguntas, y ya oyeron, Johnny, yes, they do LASIK, and as far as I know, Dr. Wellish is one of the best LASIK surgeons in the country.
Dr. Wellish is
Or the
a fabulous doctor.
Yeah.
In fact, he might be, I'm not sure, but he might be the second best eye doctor in Las Vegas after me.
Okay, well, yeah.
Pregunta. ¿Cuándo una intervención de cataratas se puede hacer con una cirugía normal y cuándo se hace láser? ¿Y por qué el Medicaid no cubre el láser?
Okay.
Eso es una pregunta política.
No sé.
Mi esposo me dijo que la preguntara porque él se operó de cataratas, le hicieron láser, le pusieron un cristalino y tuvo que pagar $2,000 por el láser.
Bueno, usualmente no se necesita usar el láser para el LASIK desde la operación por catarata, porque la operación por catarata, en esa operación usamos un lente individual especialmente por una persona y hacemos muchas calculaciones, exámenes con varios tipos de tecnología y usualmente podemos dar vista muy buena sin usar LASIK desde la operación. Pero a veces personas tienen astigmatismo. Si ellos tienen astigmatismo, también tenemos un tipo de lente intraocular podemos usar para cuidar astigmatismo también. Ese no se cubre seguros, generalmente.
Mi marido
y
tenía...
generalmente ese vale más o menos $2,000.
Claro, porque él
Pero
tiene
es permanente.
Claro, él tiene astigmatismo y miopía, aparte de catarata.
Sí, y podemos ayudar a él. Si él tiene catarata, miopía, astigmatismo, podemos cuidar todo. Y dar el vista buena si él necesita. Ahora tenemos tecnología excelente por catarata, excelente. Podemos dar personas bifocales adentro del ojo, podemos cuidar astigmatismo. También podemos usar un tipo diferente de rayo láser durante la operación para ayudar a personas con astigmatismo, para ser más seguro. Resultado de la vista sin anteojos va a ser muy bien.
Voy a mandarle a mi hija, que va a cumplir 25 años, y lamentablemente heredó de los dos. Nosotros tenemos, tanto mi esposo como yo, vemos mal del ojo derecho. Y ella heredó el mismo problema.
Pero la cosa es, todas las personas son individuales y depende en individual cómo podemos tratarlos. Es muy importante ir a un doctor muy profesional que no va a solamente vender cosas, va a hacer cosas correctas por individuales.
Yeah. Okay, so in English, you guys.
Por favor, ahora sí te toca. Ahora.
Monica asked the doctor about cataracts. She asked the doctor about cataracts and why is it that sometimes when they do laser within the surgery, the laser is not covered by Medicare or by the insurance. And then Dr. May said that that's a political, the insurance billing said that's a kind of a political thing because we all know you know, what the restrictions are sometimes within the surgeries or within what insurance cover and what they don't cover. And then Dr. May was going more into the different type of things that are how to do surgeries for cataracts. Do you want to explain that in English just briefly?
Sure. I would say that now our technology is so advanced, and especially at the WELLISH Vision Institute, we have the technology that tells us what kind of procedure would help what kind of person. And we find ourselves having people come in for cataract surgery and not doing cataract surgery on them right away. In fact, here in Las Vegas, we find that many people have dry eyes, and often we will treat the dry eyes and then they won't need cataract surgery.
Oh, okay.
And on the other hand, often they will come in and they will have cataracts, and we will explain to them that dryness is caused by cataracts, and living in Las Vegas causes cataracts.
Oh, wow.
So we want to make people's eyes more moist, give them various treatments for this. And that way they can get the full benefit out of the things that we can do inside the cataract surgery. In the cataract surgery, we can give you bifocals, we can cure your astigmatism, we can give you good vision in the distance without glasses, we can give you a blend of vision so that you see pretty well in the distance, pretty well up close, maybe use glasses sometimes. There are so many different things we can do, and so that's why it's important to individualize treatment, because we don't just sell one thing. We don't do the most expensive thing. We do whatever is right for the individual.
Oh, okay. So it's a case by case.
And that applies to you, if I can speak about you.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Because you notice that you can read and see in the distance.
Oh, now I you know, before I used to do this because that's the way I would be able to see. And now if I do this, I can't see it. Now I have to be like.
Right, now you can see closer to the computer lab distance.
Yeah, exactly.
And you can drive without glasses, according to the DMV.
Thank you.
This is all without glasses.
Yeah.
And so, and that was, part of that was thinking about what would be right for you in your life.
And that's amazing, and I'm forever going to be thankful to you for that, because I was left with no words after that, you know what I mean? Because for over 4 years I was dealing with walking with my cane, you know, assist me for everything, and relying on people, and you know, just about everything, you know. And it's a whole life changer, you know, to be able to do that. So
well, it gives meaning to my life. So it's a great honor to do it.
That's awesome.
Thank you so much.
No, and thank you for being here, because that's like even like an extra blessing for us, and I hope it is for the community too, and the people that we reach through the radio, through our social media out there and everywhere else. I don't think people have questions, but they'll go ahead and ask me. You guys, I know you. There's already like 3 or 4 comments on one of my feeds on Facebook. And I didn't really write them down, I should have. But what I'll do is, because a lot of times what people will do is like, Ryan, how do I get a hold of the doctor? That's a good question. How do I get a hold of your doctor? Because I mean, everybody's like, what? He took you from there to that right there? That's amazing.
WELLISH Vision Institute is on the internet. It's everywhere.
So is there a number they could call? I think it's 733-2020, isn't it?
That sounds like it.
Después si tiene tarjetas para subirlo a las diferentes redes.
Yeah, and then I think it is 733-2020, you guys. Just Google WELLISH Vision Institute, and you'll see, I believe there's like 5 or 6 different doctors, correct?
Yes, we have many doctors.
There's
and they're all excellent.
Yeah, they're all. I mean, they're not as amazing as Dr. May. To be
well, my mother likes me more than she likes them. That's
exactly. That's a good thing, though.
But I think that their mothers may like them as much as mine likes me.
Exactly.
So it's hard to know.
Después le quiero preguntar.
So you were right, 722-733.
Yeah, 733-2020. Hey, I memorized that already. There's certain numbers that I memorized like right away. Mónica, ¿tienes alguna pregunta?
¿Hay algún tipo de tratamiento actual para un problema que se llama retinitis pigmentosa?
Well, eso es una enfermedad genético, hereditario, y puede ser muy, muy grave. y esas personas pierden la vista primero al lado, después vista anoche y después al centro. Y existe varios tipos de remedios, experimentos ahora, y uno es cambia la DNA, genetic engineering. Podemos, estamos experimentando con eso ahora, pero ese tratamiento, ese remedio no podemos hacerlo ahora, pero en tiempo es muy posible.
¿Hay algún microchips que se puedan colocar a las personas?
Sí, existe esos tipos de microchips. Podemos implantarlos y hacemos eso at Johns Hopkins, at the Wilmer Eye Institute, y existe un doctor muy especial en eso, se llama Fernando Arevalo, y él es uno de los más mejores doctores en todo el mundo. No puedo entender español de él porque yo hablo español de Los Ángeles y él es venezolano, pero él puede hablar.
O sea que él vive acá, él atiende aquí.
No, él atiende en Los Ángeles.
En Los Ángeles.
Él es profesor en Johns Hopkins Wilmer Eye Institute, eso es en Baltimore, cerca de Washington, D.C.
Okay. En Baltimore.
Fernando Arevalo. Él es más experto en eso. De todos los doctores en todo el mundo, él estaba conmigo en Rápica Sabita y estaba haciendo muchos de esos tipos de operaciones porque se cubre eso por las personas de Saudi Arabia.
Okay, so let's translate that in English real quick. Monica asked Dr. May about
retinitis pigmentosa.
Right, and retinitis
pigmentosa, which is a disease that's passed down from genes, right?
Yes.
And then Dr. May says that is something that there is a doctor that used to work with Dr. May, and the doctor's name is
Fernando Arevalo.
And they used to work together at
in Saudi Arabia at the King Khalid Eye Specialist Hospital.
Okay, so they both used to work there, and he's one of the best ones in the world. So if you have that type of issue, definitely reach out to us, you guys, because what we'll do is we'll have the information and the details after, and then we'll share them on our YouTube page. So if you guys have questions, or if you guys are going through certain issues, ask the questions, whether on Facebook, on YouTube, or whatever. We're live right now. Ask those questions, and then we'll go ahead and make sure we leave the information. If I had to Google the information of the doctor, listen to the show again, I'll go ahead and reply to you guys, okay?
And Dr. Arevalo is an expert in the surgery that she was asking about, where you implant a chip into the eye and restore vision for people that can see nothing.
Amen. So you guys heard it. Thank you so much for adding that on there. Because when I do my translation, sometimes I just kind of leave sometimes little tiny things, and I'm glad that you understand all these languages, and you can just
I imagine that Dr. Arevalo will someday be watching this, and he will say, "Why didn't you say that I am an expert in that surgery?"
Exactly. So how was because you worked in Saudi Arabia, right?
Yes.
How was working? Was there a difference working in Saudi Arabia than working in here?
Completely. Totally.
Is there?
Everything is different.
The
patients are different. The diseases are different. The culture is different. The language is different. The payments are very different.
Yeah. Do you feel like, as a doctor, you know what I mean, your hands are a little more tied here in the United States as opposed to?
As far as what I can do for people, yes.
Okay. Is it because of the FDA and all these different regulations that we have?
It's partly that, but it's more that in Saudi Arabia, the royal family pays for all medical care for all citizens.
Oh, okay.
And they used to import us to care for these people.
Okay. One of the things, and correct me if it's a myth or if it's the truth, okay? I hear a lot of people all the time saying that, Middle East out there, those countries have the best eye treatments in the world.
Well, when Dr. Arevalo and I were there, they did, but now we're not there anymore.
Oh, okay.
So the best eye treatments now are here in Las Vegas and in Baltimore, where Dr. Arevalo is a professor at Johns Hopkins at the Wilmer Eye Institute.
You know what's so funny is that he's gonna have so many people, because I used to serve at this organization for the blind here, and they're out of Baltimore, right there, the NFB, the National Federation of the Blind. So I know I have a lot of people that still listen to me, even though they may not like me per se, you know what I mean? Because I'm a
How
very
could that be?
well. What happens is I try to do the best that I could with everything that I do in life, but sometimes people may think that I'm just a little too strong, you know, for things. So I think that's one of the things where I kind of maybe rub off on people a little bit like that, you know what I mean? But it's because I have it in me. I always want people to do the best that they could, and I always try to find the best potential in people and let them see that, you know what I mean, and like bring it out of them. And sometimes when I don't see it like coming out of people, it gets me frustrated, you know, and you're like, there's so much potential in you, you know what I mean? But you just don't see it because you're just too stuck in your, you know, I'm blind, so there's really nothing I can do, you know? Like, don't.
Now speaking of that, there are, you probably know better than I do, there are resources that blind people have. And they're also, it's very important from an eye doctor's point of view to work with your eye doctor to maintain the vision you have. Because what blind means is very different. There's a big range, and it's critically important not to lose what you have.
And that's one of the things that a lot of blind people, you know what I mean, they refuse to see eye doctors or refuse to take care of themselves, you know, and I think for a little bit I was one of them too. I was following in that too, you know. It's like, well, you know, if God wants me to be blind, then I'll just be blind, you know. But I was like, there's got to be a lot more to, you know what I mean? There's got to be something out there. So when I run into, you know, I was like, this is the man that you sent me here, you know.
And it was a great honor.
Thank you. So le hice la pregunta de que cuando él trabajó, el Dr. May trabajó en Saudi Arabia, allá hay mucho, la familia del príncipe o del king, ¿verdad?
Sí.
La familia del king son los que pagan por las, ellos son los que pagan por las cirugías y el costo de la gente. Y le pregunto cuál es la diferencia de trabajar aquí en los Estados Unidos y trabajar allá. Y él dice que hay muchas diferencias. Básicamente la gente, las enfermedades son diferentes, la gente es diferente, el idioma obviamente es diferente, y hay muchas cosas que hay de diferencia. So, am I forgetting something?
No, you're saying it right. And you asked me if they had the best vision care in the world.
Exacto. Y luego le pregunté también que sí, porque hay mucha gente, especialmente en la comunidad vigente de donde vengo yo, hay mucha gente que piensa y le dice a veces la gente, les dice, no, los mejores tratamientos están allá para el Middle East, ve para allá para que te cuiden allá de los ojos, que esto y el otro. Y luego me dice
que Cuba, hay mucha gente que va a Cuba.
Hay mucha gente que también está en la misma creencia de eso. Y luego el doctor May aquí me dice, bueno, no, mientras yo trabajé, él y su compañero, el doctor Fernando, mientras ellos trabajaron allá, pues sí, obviamente había lo mejor allá, pero ahora que ya no están allá, pues quién sabe.
Es mejor aquí.
Es mejor aquí.
Y también en Wilmer, en Johns Hopkins.
También en Wilmer, en Johns Hopkins. Pero el resultado de que ellos son los mejores, pues aquí está el resultado, ya viendo casi el 2020.
Es la mejor promoción.
Exacto.
No hay mejor promoción que alguien que da testimonio de cómo le cambió la vida.
No,
Pregunta.
Sí.
¿En el otro ojito de él se le puede hacer algo más adelante?
No, tengo su permiso de responder.
Oh, sí.
Well, es muy importante tener mucho cuidado con cada ojo. Y si atentamos operaciones, necesitamos pensar el riesgo, el resultado vale riesgo. Y ahora no estamos creyendo que es tiempo hacer algo por el ojo derecho, pero existe esperanza y existe tecnología, está cambiando cada año y algún día es posible.
Y como dijo el doctor anteriormente, que no hay imposible.
Claro que no, como está adelantando la ciencia, no. Tiene que hacer algún tipo de cuidado especial para este ojito que ahora lo tiene. Tiene que hacer algún cuidado especial para este ojito que ahora lo tiene nuevo.
Para el ojo.
El ojito.
Sí, ojito.
Pequeño.
Ojito. Tiene que tener algún tipo de cuidado especial a partir de ahora.
En la futura, por el ojo izquierdo. Well, él necesita seguir con el Dr. Kermani, que es un cirujano de retina muy excelente. Él puede hacer, depende en lo que pasa, pero él puede seguir haciendo rayo láser o otros tratamientos por retina también, pero mi parte, noticias malas, es permanente, no va a cambiar. No va a cambiar.
Esas no son malas noticias, those are
qué
excellent
bueno.
news. Of course, like everything else, y ahorita lo transcribieron en español, like everything else, you guys, when it comes to the eyes, because one of the things, when I lost my right eye, it was because I got hit on the right eye, and I was a minor and I couldn't go see the eye doctor, and you only have about 2 weeks, right, to go see your eye doctor to take care of it. So I always tell people, if you get hit on the eye and you see any kind of darkness and floaters and all that stuff, go see the doctor immediately. Don't wait around, because then the results are there. That's what happened with me, and it's there, and hopefully in the future there is something that the doctors and technology and miracles bring together, and us blind people or people that are still blind from different things that do not have a cure right now can have that cure at that time.
But you do bring up another important point for people with one good eye, and that many of us think that those people should be wearing glasses, whether they need them or not. And there are glasses that are made out of polycarbonate lenses. This is safety glass plastic. And we recommend that everyone with one good eye protect that good eye by wearing glasses at all times. They should be protecting their only eye. Another important thing to protect your only eye is to not participate in sports that place your eye in danger. Specifically, really bad sports include racquetball. Racquetball is very high risk for the eye.
Okay. So, una de las cosas que dice el doctor, obviamente, porque tú le hiciste la pregunta de que si hay algo para que se cuide de este ojo, del ojo bueno ahora, sí, obviamente hay deportes que no tienes que tener cuidado. Hay unos lentes que
Vamos a levantar pesos.
Hay unos lentes que ya también Dr. Kermani had mentioned to me about those glasses, always wearing them. Hay unos lentes de, how do you say it in Spanish?
Polycarbonate lenses.
Policarbonato.
Lentes de seguridad.
Para lentes de seguridad, para las personas que tienen algún ojo malo o tienen uno bueno y uno malo o cosas así. Personas básicamente que quieren cuidarse los ojos porque ya tienen problemas, para que se cuiden los ojos, porque los ojos son muy valiosos y uno tiene que cuidar lo más que uno pueda. Doctor, I know we already touched the subject of cataracts, but what are cataracts though? What is a cataract?
Well, remember, a cataract is, should I answer in Spanish or English?
English, and then I'll translate
Okay.
in Spanish.
Remember, a cataract is a cloudiness in a natural part of your body. In Spanish, it's the cristal. There's a lens that you can't see. It sits behind the iris, the colored part of your eye, that has the central hole, the pupil. So, and right behind that is a lens. It gets cloudy in everyone. Eventually.
Is it with an age?
Usually, but many other things can cause it, like boxing, for example, being hit in the eye, being in a car accident, being diabetic. Those things cause cataracts at a much earlier age.
Oh, okay.
So this cloudiness in the natural lens that sits inside the eye, it doesn't hurt the eye. It causes no damage, but it sits there and slowly becomes more and more cloudy. If you do nothing about this, you will eventually become blind from this.
From a cataract?
From a cataract.
Oh,
yes.
That's good to know.
Well, you are a good example.
Yeah, because I mean, so mine was a cataract growing in there like within years, then, right?
For years, yes.
Oh, wow. Le digo que es una catarata, y dice que la catarata es como tenemos un lens aquí adentro del ojo y es como algo que mancha el lente, ¿verdad? Es como una mancha, y si no tienes cuidado con un catarata, o sea, empieza a endurecerte la vista y hacerte diferentes cosas, así, lo que me hizo a mí, y puede llegar a perder la vista completamente si no lo cuidas.
¿Por qué hay gente que hace cataratas y otras no?
No existe eso. Toda gente eventualmente van a tener catarata, pero cada persona es diferente.
Yo voy a tener catarata, tengo 68 años.
Lo siento.
¿Sí?
No quiere oír respuesta.
Quiero ir.
Prepárate, Mónica.
Algún día,
Sí.
¿quién sabe cuándo? Algún
Sí.
día.
¿Hay algo preventivo?
No, ahora no conocemos.
Eso iba a preguntarle yo, que si había un medicamento,
No tenemos
relajo,
gotas,
algo.
medicinas,
Oh, okay.
pastillas, inyecciones, no tenemos.
So that was my
No hay
next
una
question.
pastilla mágica.
Is there a way to avoid them? That was my next question. Oh, okay. Well, and what is a cornea?
Cornea is the clear part in the front of the eye.
So
The cornea, that's what you see when you look in everyone's eyes.
So I'm seeing your corneas right now.
You are. And those clear parts, they're the major focusing part of the eye.
Oh, okay.
About 2/3 of all the light coming onto the eye is focused into the back because, again, the eye is like a camera. So there are two lenses in the front that focus light onto the back of the eye. Retina is like film. The cornea is the major focusing lens, and the crystal, or the natural lens, is inside the eye, does 1/3 of the focusing.
Traducí. Yo entendí, pero traducí.
Le digo que es una córnea, y dice que la córnea es lo que miras en el ojo de las personas, y luego están los diferentes. I'm lost when it comes to that.
Well, but you can't. So cornea es parte claro enfrente del ojo.
La parte clara del ojo.
Abajo de córnea es iris, y en el centro de iris es pupil, y atrás de pupil es cristal, lente natural. Y cuando ese va oscuro, eso es catarata.
So, a mí lo que se me cambió fue el cristal, ¿verdad?
Sí.
Okay. Porque ya estaba, pues,
Viejo.
viejo y
Ya estaba
Well,
viejo.
también hay otras razones.
So, how long have you been with WELLISH Vision?
6 months.
6 months? And you're already
Little
doing
less.
all this? Wow. Well,
My mother thinks I'm the greatest.
Well, you've also held your own practice, right?
Oh, yes. So I had my own practice in the Los Angeles area for a long time.
Was there a reason why you...
Well, I wanted to be able to do whatever I wanted to do with medicine.
Because...
So that was the draw for Saudi Arabia. I could go there and do anything I want.
Oh, okay.
So that's quite nice.
So that's why you're no longer doing your own practice. It's because it's a tie down, right? When like a business, right? When you start your own business, you're solely responsible right there.
Yes.
And the benefit of being with the institution is that you have more of a freedom, right?
Well, in Saudi Arabia, I could do the most advanced things without having anyone tell me I could not. Like an insurance company or a hospital.
Oh, okay. Because the royal family paid for everything, right?
Exactly.
Ah, okay. So le digo que porque él tuvo su propia práctica anteriormente, y le digo que por qué dejó su propia práctica, o sea, y se dedica ahora a estar con esta organización, que es una muy buena organización, pero dice que todo tiene sus pros y sus cons, como tú sabes cómo es cuando tener un negocio, que uno está pues ahí obligado, más obligadito, ¿verdad? Y ya cuando eres parte de acá, pues tienes un poquito más de freedom acá con una institución. Allá, mientras él trabajó en el Middle East allá, él tuvo más libertad allá que acá.
Y también me gusta enseñar.
Y también le encanta
la docencia.
And that's one of the things that I love about people, because I mean, you did not become today's community hero for nothing.
Thank you.
No, seriously, that trophy, place it in a place where you see it like every day if possible.
I will.
And remember, what you did here.
Thank you.
Okay. El trophy le digo que lo ponga en un lugar donde lo vea todos los días, se acuerde de lo que él hizo aquí, y lo tome como una good memory, porque pues I still have to see you anyways here and there, once a year, once a
yes. Oh yes.
So and you're don't you go to the Saudi Arabia, okay? Because then my trip has to get more expensive over there.
Voy a hacer una pregunta. Cuando él tiene un problema en la vista, siendo él el mejor, ¿quién lo opera a él?
Oh, that's a good question, Monica. I hate when you ask those questions.
Yo.
Yes.
Yo hago mis.
Okay, so Monica asked this question, you guys. Dr.
Well,
May
he tenido operación en mis ojos.
Oh, yeah?
Un LASIK.
Mm-hmm.
Y mi doctor fue el Peter McDonald, quien es el jefe de Departamento de Oftalmología en Wilmer Eye Institute at Johns Hopkins.
Oh, wow. So Monica asked this question, like, how do you take care of your eyes being,
Porque lo tremendo es el mejor que
uso espejo.
Eso es narcisismo.
Okay. El doctor me dio un warning antes de venir aquí. Me dijo, I am a pretty funny guy. So I said, oh, okay, are you like Carrot Top? He's like, well, yeah, mine is the
white.
Yeah, white instead of orange. But I like to see the humor in you, doctor, because you are, you're very serious because you're very professional, but at the same time, it's okay to like let it loose a little bit.
I can't help it. I was born like this.
Exactly. Sometimes it's good to do that. So let's see. Mónica, ¿alguna otra pregunta que tengas tú? Okay.
¿Qué tendría que hacer mi hija para tener una consulta con él?
Oh, nomás llama
el número.
Llama el
pregunta.
Después necesitamos.
Por el doctor con nombre de mes.
Ajá. Después necesitamos todos los datos para colocar debajo del YouTube, para que la gente directamente se comunique, y un teléfono donde poderle mandar el YouTube.
Oh, sí. Eso lo comparte el doctor después. Yo le comparto porque la gente del WELLISH Vision allá querían oír este programa, y me preguntaron, how do we get the program? So I'll make sure that you guys have the recording of either YouTube or the Facebook. And Mónica, mañana puedes pasar el programa a la media hora, a mediodía.
Mañana lo puedo pasar 5 veces en el día cuando quieran.
Okay, no. So what time do you want the program?
Porque te lo voy a decir así, me cayó muy bien. Entonces si lo tengo que pasar todo el día, lo paso todo el día.
She'll replay it on the radio whenever you want.
Okay, how about noon?
A las 12 del mediodía.
Perfecto.
Por eso todos los empleados en WELLISH Vision Institute pueden oír.
Que se conecte directamente así, entrando, y yo a las 12 del mediodía se lo paso.
Okay, pero pones un nice mensaje que diga, este es el mejor programa que hemos tenido aquí. La verdad,
sí.
Okay.
Déjame a mí que yo soy la experta en escribir.
So doctor, what is ophthalmology? Am I saying it? Did I pronounce
Yes, you're saying it right. Okay. It's the study of the diseases and surgery of the eye.
So that's
to be an ophthalmologist, one must first become a medical doctor.
Mm-hmm.
So first we must study the body, the human body, and then we must become doctors, regular doctors. And then after that we specialize in the diseases and surgery of the eyes.
Was there something that led you to to a specific part of the eye that you wanted to focus on more?
Well, I like to have a big impact on people.
Okay.
I like to really help them a lot. And this is
the biggest impact that, I mean, for me.
Well, other things we do also.
Yeah.
I mean, not just this.
Yeah.
We do other things that have very big impact on people's vision and their life.
Awesome. Well, this had a huge impact on me, so. Okay.
Lo
que usted le pregunto que qué es oftalmología, y dice que oftalmología es el
cuando los doctores generales especializan en las enfermedades y operaciones de los ojos.
So, en otras palabras, el doctor, antes de ser doctor de los ojos, tuvo que ser doctor general.
General. Hizo la especialización.
Exacto. So, por eso, cuando estaba mirando yo su VR, what does that stand for?
Curriculum vitae is the English, it's Latin.
Oh,
CV,
okay.
curriculum.
Oh, CV, I'm sorry, so sorry. Okay, cuando estaba mirando su CV de él, noté que tenía, like, all the schools that you've been to, and I was
so
like,
many, tanto.
That's a lot of schooling.
Yeah, soy muy viejo ahora. Tantos escuelas.
No creo que más que yo, pero bueno.
How did you, was there a special reason why you joined the Johns Hopkins University?
Well, it was a great honor to go to the Johns Hopkins University.
I see
almost anyone would go there if they had the chance, and so I was very fortunate to have the honor to work for them for 6 years, 3 in Saudi Arabia and 3 in Baltimore, where the main hospital is.
So they're like worldwide?
Oh yeah. Well, they're world famous.
Oh, okay.
When I was working at Johns Hopkins, I had the honor to take in everyone who came there from around the country and around the world. Mm-hmm. And then if they needed more specialized care, we had everything there.
So in Baltimore, right?
In Baltimore, specifically Johns Hopkins Hospital, at the Wilmer Eye Institute.
Okay. Because
which, in my opinion, is the greatest eye center in the world by far.
Yeah, and the reason why I ask those questions is because, you know, coming from the blind community, we always want to like find out what are the places that are out there, and that's the reason why I kind of asked that question. Because like when something sticks out to me, you know what I mean, and I want other people to find out about it, I want them to go and do a little research.
Well, there may be other places that compete for the best, but there is no better.
Okay. Okay, so la razón, le pregunta al Dr. May que cuando o por qué él se unió al Johns Hopkins University, y dice que para él fue un honor estar ahí por 6 años, no nomás aquí en los Estados Unidos, pero también en Saudi Arabia, y porque es uno de los mejores lugares de instituto para los ojos, básicamente. Dice que hay otros que tal vez quieren ser los mejores o quieren competir, pero ellos son los mejores cuando se viene a esto. Let's see, and I've already asked you about your own practice, so I'm not even going to ask that no more.
Well, we could give me a plug.
Exactly.
I'm new in town. I'm available.
Are you?
I'm available, and I'm ready to go. Estoy listo, nuevo.
Él es nuevo en la ciudad y está está building your community. See, building. So now you have friends here in this radio station that you could, if you ever have anything, by the way, to promote on behalf of yourself or WELLISH, you guys are more than welcome to use the radio station to make that. Okay. Le digo que si él tiene algún descubrimiento o algo quiere promover aquí por la radio, que nos llame.
A su entera disposición siempre.
Y estamos disponibles, ¿ok? So, yeah, open door.
Específicamente esta es una radio que se creó con una función comunitaria para educar. Esa fue la idea.
Eso es una de las razones estoy aquí en Las Vegas, para cuidar comunidades.
Perfecto. Cuente con nosotros y cuente con esta radio para todo lo que necesite promover, a su disposición y de forma gratuita. Porque gracias por venir hoy.
So, Dr. May, my hairstylist, Elvira.
Thanks, I should maybe cut it tighter.
She's really, really great.
Do you think purple would be good here?
Yeah, I think why not? You know,
yeah, but
maybe a little reddish. Yeah, maybe
when I was just starting in my practice, my partner was bald, and I would say these very serious things to people, and they would look at me, question it with a question, and then they would look at my hair, and it was not white.
Oh, was it?
And they would think, how can you know anything?
Yeah.
You're not bald. But then it turned white.
Yeah.
And so now people believe me when I say things.
People think that with gray hairs it comes wisdom, right?
Yeah.
Traducí eso que dijo que me interesa.
¿De qué?
lo que estaba hablando.
Le estoy preguntando le iba a hacer una pregunta de color, pero no es del pelo. Mi estilista, Elvira, me hizo una pregunta que ahorita se la voy a hacer. Pero el doctor, como empezó a hacer sus chistes, empezó a hablar de cuando él estaba más joven, ¿verdad? Y tenía a su otro doctor compañero, y iban a las consultas, y él tenía pues pelo no así grisecito, como que no lo tomaban en serio. Y ahora que ya tiene su pelito bonito, ahora sí ya lo toman en serio.
Da como más tranquilidad al paciente los años.
Wow, he's got experience. That's alright. I'm good.
No, eso es cierto. Eso fuera de broma que es cierto.
So my stylist Elvira said, with the surgery that you did on me, right? Was there a color contact that you could have put in, or a color lens that you could have put in there?
Very interesting question. There are colored contact lenses that people can put on the surface of their eye.
So on the outside here?
On the outside, they're just like any other contact lens, and they can change the color of your eye. Generally, people like me take care of the problems those contact lenses cause.
Exactly.
So we're very conservative about using them, especially if people have one eye.
Exactly.
So those exist. There's also technology where you can actually insert a contact lens with color inside the eye. This is very dangerous, and it is not done in the United States because we would never allow it. Those people would be sued. So many bad things happen to those patients. So right now, there is no contact lens that can change the color of the eye. But in the future, there may be.
Yeah. So the only thing that right now is just is it like a thing that gets
colored contact lens on the surface of
it gets applied on there, and it stays on there permanently.
Oh no, you have to take it off like a contact lens.
Okay. So Elvira, ya viste, Elvira es mi estilista, es una güera, una rubia, y me preguntó que si hay el lente que se me implantó a mí en el ojo, me preguntó que si lo puede hacer de color. Porque ella pues quiere,
¿qué va a preguntar una mujer? ¿Lo puedo poner verde?
¿Nos puede poner un color verde ya que está ahí adentro? Pero no, dice el doctor que obviamente pues hay un contacto que se puede aplicar ahí, pero en otros países sí hay una posibilidad de hacer un lente por dentro, pero es muy riesgoso, y yo he visto videos en YouTube donde la gente incluso hasta quedado ciega de esos.
Es que no hay que coquetear con el peligro si se puede evitar.
Yeah, sí. If a doctor like Dr. May tells you, don't do it, then don't do it, you guys.
Bueno, te cuento que ya pasó 1 hora y 3 minutos del programa.
Okay, ya terminamos casi.
No, yo no tengo apuro,
So doctor, in my notes I asked, what other languages do you speak besides Spanish? I mean, besides English.
Portuguese.
So English, Spanish, and Portuguese. Because you've been doing very well with Spanish here today.
Muchísimas gracias.
Like,
yo soy un brasilero adentro de un cuerpo americano. Por eso necesito hablar portugués.
¿Dónde nació?
Nací en California. Parte de México.
Es cierto, es parte de México.
So are you from LA?
I'm from San Francisco.
Oh, okay, cool. I love San Francisco. So let's see. Final question. Oh yeah, how do people get a hold of you? I've already established
phone number.
Yeah, so if you guys want to get a hold of Dr. May or any of the other doctors that are with the WELLISH Vision Institute, or if you want to work with him specifically, just simply say, you know what, Ryan referred me to you, Dr. May.
Yes.
We saw you on the show. We want to see what you can do with us, you know. And you have to go through his staff, you guys. You're not going to just go and say, you know, oh, Dr. May, I'm right here. Because it has to go that way. They have to work on you, and they have to like do all that, and then
that way they will think I'm more important.
Exactly, yeah. So the doctor becomes more important when he comes in there after all the testing has been done. But one of the things that I love about Dr. May, you guys, is that when I went to go see him, when I went to go see him, you know, and I think I made a comment about like, you know, oh, this is great, you know. Now you have all this, like all my blind people, you know what I mean, like come to you and be like, oh yes, do a surgery on me, you know. One of the things that you said is, let's see where people are at. Basically, don't give people false hopes, thinking that, oh, here's the miracle Dr. May, and you know that hope may vanish.
Well, my point is,
everything is out of your realm, right?
It's critical to do everything you can to maintain what you have. So it's always a good idea to visit your eye doctor.
Exactly.
And then my role is to make sure that anything that is done is worth the risk and has a good chance of helping them. And more importantly, that we don't allow any further damage to occur. And I'm happy to refer them to other doctors with more experience than myself, like Dr. Kermani, for example.
Exactly. So if it's a retina issue, Dr. May will say, you know what, here's Dr. Kermani. He's, you know, Ryan's doctor. Go see him. I always I brag about Dr. Kermani as well, because you know he's done his part too. Yeah, and I will brag about you too. So, but where do you see yourself in the future?
I want to be in Las Vegas the rest of my career. I love it.
Oh, you guys heard it. Is it? What do you like about Las Vegas? Is it?
Well, I love the weather, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
My family says, "Oh, it's so hot in Las Vegas."
Yeah.
And I say, "It's not hotter than Saudi Arabia."
Exactly.
This is nothing.
Yeah.
And then they say, "Oh, it's so cold in the winter." And I say, "It's not colder than Baltimore."
Exactly. Yeah.
It's not
Baltimore's
cold.
pretty cold out there.
It's a wonderful place.
Yeah.
It's growing.
And
alive.
then it's not as expensive, right?
It's much less expensive than
as San
California.
Francisco or California,
yes.
or even probably out there Saudi Arabia and all that, right?
Well, they would never have let me live there in Saudi Arabia anyway.
Oh, you guys just go as interns, pretty much?
But we go temporarily as workers.
Oh, okay. What's the maximum time that you guys get?
There's no maximum. It's just, it's clear that you're there to work.
Oh, okay.
And that when you finish with your work, you leave.
That is good to know. Okay, so,
no, ahora entiendo por qué hoy aguantó el calor que hace acá. Después de haber estado en Arabia Saudita, esto es la frescura.
Sí, por eso
aún con el aparato apagado.
Dice él que le digo que qué planes tiene para el futuro, y sus planes es de vivir aquí en Las Vegas. Le gusta el clima, le gusta el calor, le gusta el frío, no es nada comparación a otros lugares como
y hay linda gente,
Baltimore.
y hay linda gente,
y hay linda gente.
hermosa gente.
Yeah, there's a lot of nice people here in Vegas.
Yes.
You're going to have a lot of them that are going to hit you up and be like, oh, doctor, I've seen this and that. I'm like, all right.
Antes que nada, vamos a saludar.
Monica's going to say hi to a few of you guys real quick, guys.
Después se enojan. A Dora Alicia Márquez Rivera.
Hi, Dora.
María Castro. Tricia King. Jesús Coronado.
Oh.
Jesús Bacon dice, wow. Jesús Coronado dice, how you eyes doing? Y Johnny Bacon dice, yes, 702-733-2020.
Oh, you got the number in there too.
Alberto Vázquez, Cira Valenzuela. Alberto Vázquez dice, love the energy.
Thank you, Albert.
Angie Pérez del Cid. Katy Ramos. Katy Ramos dice, can diabetic get surgery?
Depende de los problemas.
Con diabetes. ¿Qué pasa con los que tienen diabetes?
Depending on the problems, and hi over there, Fresno. Thank you guys for tuning in right there. That's what.
Claro, nos olvidamos. ¿Qué pasa con las personas que son diabéticas en la cirugía de los ojos? ¿Se puede hacer?
Generalmente, cada persona,
Es diferente.
porque diabetes es la causa más común por personas perder la vista en ese país.
Es cierto.
Y no gustamos eso porque podemos prevenir personas perdiendo vista por diabetes. Y por eso necesitamos necesitamos examinar cada persona con diabetes una vez al año. Y si podemos ver los cambios vienen, podemos tratarlos temprano y mantener la vista buena.
Perfecto.
Y también muchas personas con diabetes tienen varios tipos de problemas y tratamos ellos, entendemos cómo tratar personas con diabetes.
Okay, so real quick, you guys, before we go, one of the last questions that Monica asked was, what about people with diabetes, right? That are diabetic. How do you guys deal with that? The doctor said, people with diabetic issues is diabetes in general is one of the leading causes of blindness, and so one of the things that they always do is make sure that they try to look at each individual case by case, and if you're diabetic, there's things that you could actually do to prevent it, to prevent the blindness, but there is different type of services that they provide for people with diabetes too, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
But each person with diabetes should visit one time a year.
Definitely, okay. Para cualquier persona que tenga diabetes, you can definitely start a petition online, and we'll have him back again. Or if he has anything to promote in the future, like I told him, he's more than welcome. Subjects with Dr. May here, and some of those issues. And if you have other issues, still give the WELLISH Institute a call. Like Dr. May has said here, if there is something that he can do, he does it, or the other doctors. If there's something that's out of his scope, with retina issues like myself, then he would refer you to Dr. Kamani. But we thank you so much for being here. Les agradecemos por estar aquí con nosotros en la radio, en las redes sociales. Síganos siguiendo en Despejando LV, en donde quiera. Mañana a las 12 estaremos en el mismo programa a las 12 del mediodía para que el doctor y el staff oigan el show allá.
Y el que lo quiera ver con imágenes, entra el YouTube de la radio, Magiclatinosvegas.org, y no solamente ve el programa del doctor, sino todos los programas interesantes de esa radio.
Exacto, y pueden agarrar ahí la información del doctor o de los otros doctores que también mencionamos aquí hoy, como el Dr. Kamani.
Lo ponemos abajo.
Todos los especialistas que se mencionaron aquí, los vamos a poner ahí en el YouTube, para que la gente tenga acceso a esa información.
Perfecto.
So, muchísimas gracias, you guys. We love you guys. Thank you for being here.
Y así nos despedimos. Hasta el próximo programa de Despejando. Y de conducción, Ryan Hernández, por esta su radio por internet, Magiclatinosvegas.org, la otra cara de Sin City, desde Las Vegas, Nevada.